Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. I was really hoping that my act would be together a little bit more in 2025 compared to 2024, but it's not looking good. It is not looking good. I really appreciate you guys bearing with me and being patient because I'm just as much of a train wreck in 2025 as I was in 2024, if not more so. I'm doing the best I can though. This is going to be an introduction for a project pan, which is saying a lot because today is April something. I don't know. Tomorrow is Easter. It's late in April. And yeah, we're just getting the intro up. And a finale from 2024. This is Beauty A to Z. I can't stop doing this project. It's been going on forever. I can't imagine a year of my life where I'm not doing this project. I just love it so much. It was originally created by the Fantastic Ladies, specifically Jessica and Amanda, like 8 years ago. And I've done it every year, so I'm not gonna skip a year, even though it is so late in the year already. We're just gonna make do with what we got. Usually I start this project like the 3rd or the 4th week of January, and it runs until the 3rd or the 4th week of January the following year. And typically what I do is the finale for the previous year and the introduction for the coming year. So that's what this video is. And now, I don't know what happened with the products I put in this project for 2024, but I didn't do great. I'll just flat out come out and say it. I ended up having a few empties for this finale today, but that is really only because it is April and I'm still working on a lot of these products, even though this project has been going on for like 13 months. No, 15 months. 12 months plus 3 months, like 15 months. So I had a lot of extra time to keep working on some of these items. So I do have some more empties. I appreciate you guys being with me. I really appreciate it. Let's start out with the empties from last year's project pan. What did I finish? For the most part, if it's an item that was in last year's project pan and I didn't finish it, it's rolling over into this year's project pan. So I'm just going to be filling in the gaps with the empties that I had from 2024 with new products. And then I'm swapping one item out. Only one item is getting swapped. Everything else is staying in the project. So let's talk about the empties since my last update to this project, I think 5 months ago. I think the last time I gave you an update for this project was 5 months ago. Ooh-wee, y'all. Ooh-wee. Mama's in trouble. Alrighty. So, at my last update 5 months ago, I only had 2 empties. Out of 26 products, I'd only finished 2 products. Now, I do have 5 more empties and a declutter for today. Let's start with the declutter because that is for the letter A, or it was for the letter A. I did as much as I could with this Aveda body lotion, but in the end, it dried up. Look at that. It's like a solid and it's gross. I even tried to use these solid pieces thinking maybe it'll kind of like melt into my hands and I could use it, but no, it was just pilling and making a mess. So I used everything but that little bit down there, and that is going to get tossed in the garbage. Some of you may recall that this packaging broke on me, and that's why it looks like this. It was like a solid tube of product, not unlike this originally. And during my inventory 2 years ago, yeah, I think it was during my inventory 2 years ago, I realized that this seam up here had popped open and it was totally open. And I was like, oh boy, I better use that quick. Unfortunately, that entire year, I never got around to using it at all. So it was open that whole year. I should have depotted it. I don't know what I was thinking. But then I finally worked on it last year and it dried out really quick. I was able to use a majority of the product, but this last little bit is going in the garbage. And I'm moving on with my life. I've already done my inventory and I took that out of my inventory because I considered it done before I did my inventory. So that's a goner. The next empties were for the letter B. And that was 2 products, these 2 from Bath & Body Works. They were in the scent Pink Lily and Bamboo. This was the shower gel. This was the body cream. I did go ahead and cut it open and scrape out every bit. I really liked the Bath & Body Works body cream I like that formula a lot. It was a nice consistency, and it was very strongly scented. I do think their products are almost too strongly scented for my preferences, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so these two products were out for the letter B. My next empty was for the letter E. That was this elderberry and fig body mist. This was gifted to me by somebody, and I assume it was from like a dollar store kind of purchase. It doesn't have like a brand name on it or anything, but I really enjoyed this scent quite a bit. What I didn't enjoy was that there was like a lot of red dye in it, and I was always nervous to spray this. It's why it stuck around for so long. But this is where I was 5 months ago at the last update, and I was able to finish the last bit off, and I did put it into this bottle because the sprayer broke on this at some point. So they're both empty, and I've mentioned this a million times, but I've had a long-term goal of eliminating all body sprays from my inventory, and these last couple of years I have been trying to focus in on working on a body spray at all times. And so I'm really happy. I actually finished both of these body sprays in 2024, and so I'm very, very happy about that. And yeah, no complaints about that. And then my next empty since the last update was for the letter G. That was this Garnier 5-Second Blur Primer. I bought this after Emily Noel recommended it. I don't think this was my kind of primer, the kind of primer I'm looking for, but I did go ahead and use it all up. Of course, you guys know me, I cut it open and scraped out all the product, even though I didn't really love it. It had a bit of a silicone-y feel to it, a little bit of a slip. And I especially don't like that in the summertime when I'm kind of oily and greasy. I just feel like adding some more slip to my skin just makes my makeup want to fall off even faster. Like my makeup literally slides off my face. I need like a really gripping kind of primer, not something that adds more slip. But that being said, it wasn't the worst silicone primer, and I felt like I was able to make it work, and I'm really glad it's gone. It's probably one of the oldest, it's on the older side as far as my primer collection goes, so it's a win-win to have that gone. I'm not gonna miss it. I have no idea if Garnier still makes it, but I have no interest in repurchasing that. In fact, every empty I've talked about so far, I have no interest in repurchasing whatsoever. So these are just products that are leaving my life for good. All right, another product that is leaving my life for good. I finished for the letter M, right? Yeah, for the letter M, I finished my micro delivery peel from Philosophy. This was a set, I think I bought this. I don't think it was gifted to me. I'm pretty sure I went out and bought it, but I've had it for years and years and years. I think you guys know me well enough to know that I'm really bad about extra skincare. I'm really kind of bad about doing basic skincare at this point, but anything above and beyond basic is almost so impossible. And this is a chemical and physical scrub. So in this container was like a gritty physical scrub, and in this container was like a salicylic acid, and you combine the two, and that is like 3 steps too many for me. But I did finish it, and I'm really happy to have it out of my collection and out of my inventory. And again, I don't mind the idea of having either a chemical scrub or a physical scrub, but I don't want that in my life anymore, and I'm just so happy it's gone. Having something that requires 2 steps is just too much for my life, and I know that's ridiculous, but that's the truth. And then my final empty for this finale is my Je ne sais quoi. What do they call it? They call it a Vitality Lip Flush. It's like a tinted lip balm. I really, 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 really enjoyed this. Unfortunately, it's lost its potency from when I first bought it. When I first bought this product, I don't remember when it was, but years ago when I first bought this product, when I initially applied it on my lips, they would be a bold pink, like a Barbie pink, and it would stain my lips. And then if I felt like I needed some more balm and I reapplied, it would turn that Barbie pink into a hot pink. It was super bright, almost too bright for my preferences, but I kind of liked it. And when I pulled it around this year to put it in this project, I was barely getting any pink whatsoever, which at the end of the day is a huge part of what I liked about this product. I have a ton of lip balms, but this made my lips pink, and I really liked it. I know tinting, color changing products aren't for everybody, but I do like this a lot. Now, I am probably gonna dig out the remaining product in this tube, but for the purpose of this project, I'm calling it an empty. And yeah, I have too many lip products, so I'm very excited to have one less lip product in my collection. However, that is actually the one product that I would consider repurchasing if I needed a tinted lip balm. I would love to rebuy that again down the road, but for now I'm not going to because I have willpower. So in the end, I managed to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 products. If you want to call one of them a declutter, that's fine. But 8 out of 26 products, which isn't great, but isn't too far off from where a lot of my A to Z projects end up. I do put difficult products into this project every year. It's a year-long project, and a lot of times I'm trying to fill in the requirement for the letter rather than picking the most practical product to pan, figuring I'll work on it for a year and make as much progress as I can. So I'm not always worried about finishing all 26. That's not necessarily my goal for this project, and that's kind of what makes this project so fun for me, is the randomness of how products end up in this project. It might be something that was never on my radar for project panning, but because the letter fit, I went with it. So that's what I really like about this project. But yeah, only 8 empties out of 26 is not really good. Let's move on to my introduction for 2025. This is the 8th edition of Beauty A to Z. And so there will be a lot of rollovers, and I'll talk about those when we get to them. But we're just gonna take it from the top, starting with letter A. All right, so starting with the letter A, I have chosen this Kaylin tinted lip balm in the shade Apple Pink. It just looks very nude to me. There's nothing apple-y to me about it. Maybe the color has changed a little bit over time, but it looks like a peachy nude. Smells like absolutely nothing. There's no scent. It looks like I've used it once, maybe twice. So I have a long way to go with this. I seriously doubt I'll be able to finish it, but miracles happen. This product was one that I got in an Ipsy bag years ago, and it does come with a little lip brush in the cap, which is kind of stinking cute. That's pretty adorable. I do like that idea. Not high marks for Space Saver, but high marks for complete packaging. I do like that. So we're gonna start this project off with that for the letter A. For the letter B, I have my final remaining body butter from the Body Shop. This is in the scent Honey Mania. I got this from TJ Maxx. A lot of the body butters I've bought over the years came from TJ Maxx. It looks like I've used it once or twice again, but it's pretty much brand new. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. The driest part of 2025 is pretty much over. I don't know if I'm going to be using this a lot once the humidity comes back. I seriously doubt I'll be able to finish this. I'll just have to make as much progress as I can. That being said, I'm in no rush to use this up. I just want to use it and enjoy it while it's still good before it goes bad. My original thoughts when I first started trying these body butters from the Body Shop was that this was the only moisturizer I wanted in my collection. And then I found out when they went vegan, I think, they changed their formula and it wasn't for the better. I have not tried their new formula. I think these are all of their older formulas, and that's how they ended up at TJ Maxx, but that was disappointing to hear. I'll probably try it out and see if I agree with what everybody's been telling me, but it's gonna be a long time because I'm good on moisturizers for the foreseeable future. But I would like to make as much progress as I can on this for the rest of the year. For the letter C, I have a rollover product from the project last year. That is the Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion. This is the progress I made, I think, in all of 2024. I really struggled to use this. My intentions when I put this in the project last year was to use this as a nighttime moisturizer. And then I fell off the wagon with any kind of nighttime skincare routine. For years and years and years, I have been very religious about washing my face and moisturizing my face and putting on creams every night before I go to bed. And I don't know what happened, but in 2024, I just stopped doing all of that and I haven't gotten back to it. I've ended up starting to use this during the daytime, which I didn't want to do because I prefer a moisturizer that has SPF for daytime. But I also really, really want to use this up. So I did start using this during the daytime, and that's where I'm at now. So this is where we're starting off for 2025. We'll see what I can do. I really like that lotion, but I don't know what happened to my nighttime skincare routine. Every once in a while, I take a shower at night and then I do my moisturizing routine. But if I'm not gonna wash my face, I'm not gonna put on moisturizing lotion, that's for sure. For the letter D, I have another rollover item that is my Too Faced Melted Metal Liquefied Metallic Lipstick in the shade Debutante. I only used this a handful of times in 2024. I did track my usage for this product, and I think I'm going to try and do it again this year. It is hard for me to track my usage, and sometimes I think that these numbers are a minimal estimate because I figure I sometimes forget to mark sometimes. But I have it marked that I used this 14 times in an entire year. In a year and 3 months, I used this 14 times. So not even once a month, not great. And this is a daunting product to even try to tackle. I mean, right now I can see through the packaging and the fill lines like right about here. So any progress I make to this will be good. I will try to track my usages again for this in 2025 and see if maybe we should make the goal of using it more than 14 times. How about that? I got to beat 14. For the letter E, I have a new product because I finished the E product from last year. This is another one where I put the product in to fill the space for E, not because I have some realistic goal of panning this product. I don't think I could pan this product in a year, let alone in the remaining time we have left in 2025, but I just want to make as much use as I can towards using up and enjoying this product. I've had it for a long time. E was the last slot filled on this sheet for 2025. I was searching for products with the letter E. And so as I was doing my inventory, I was down to my lipsticks, which is the last part of my inventory. If you guys saw, you saw me going through this whole process. I had a hard time finding a lipstick that started with the letter E. It turns out I did have some e.l.f. products that I could have put in here, but I wanted to go for something that was on the older side of my collection. And so I found this little lipstick from Prescriptives. Anybody out there remember the brand Prescriptives? And this isn't a sample, don't let it fool you. It is a demonstration lipstick. I think Jamie handed it down to me. I'm not sure how I ended up with it, but it is a full-size lipstick in a very bold orangey red. It's not the color I'm wearing today. It kind of looks like the color I'm wearing today, but it's not the color I'm wearing today. I would like to challenge myself to try and use and enjoy this product, or if I hate it, throw it away. Why wouldn't I do that? Miraculously, it still smells fine. I've had it for many years. I think I need to start doing swatches, guys. Oh, I'm already dropping the ball. Okay, let me do some swatches because I suck. I promised you guys I was gonna start doing swatches and I'm already dropping the ball. Thank God not all these products require swatches. Wow, those are kind of samey. There's a reason why we should be doing swatches, and I think it's because it's important to see what you really have. Okay, this swatch right here is that Kaylin Tinted Lip Balm. In the middle is my Debutante from Too Faced. And then all the way here on the end right here is this Prescriptives in the shade Etiquette, if I didn't say that yet. I will go ahead and draw a picture of how long this lipstick is from the starting off point, which is today, and I will also track my usages and we'll see if I can make any progress. I'm really not expecting much out of that lipstick, but I figured this is great. I can challenge myself to use and enjoy it. So that's the point of putting it in this project. For the letter F, I did not quite meet my goal on the product that I had for the letter F, but I am rolling it out. Originally from 2024, I had two products. They were both from the brand Fresh. They were from this Milk collection. One was a body wash, one was a body lotion. I did completely finish the body wash and that's gone. And all I have is a lotion and I am down to here. So I'm not gonna take up a spot in this project for this lotion. I will mark where I'm at. for this finale. But I am still using this lotion alongside some other lotions that I'm also working on. And I'm confident I will stick with it, even though it's not in a project, in order to finish it for 2025. But I am taking this out of the project because we are like down to here now. So that's going out of the project, even though I did not technically get credit for finishing my product for the letter F. And what I'm putting in its place is, my last foaming body scrub. This is from the brand Onyx Bathhouse, and this is a foaming body scrub. That's where the F comes from, in the scent Driving Me Coconuts. And I love this product very much. I've raved about this. I find these at TJ Maxx as well. This is my last one. I am trying to resist the urge to buy more. They're not always at my local TJ Maxx. They seem to come out in batches, and I haven't been inside a TJ Maxx for a long time. As much as I love these, at the end of the day, I think I still prefer just a bar of soap. It's just so much easier. But I am looking forward to using this, and I'm looking forward to using it. That's all I can say, and I'm confident I could finish that this year, even though we're getting such a late start. For the letter G, I'm putting in a new product for the letter G as well, because I finished my Garnier primer, and this is a very, very old lip gloss. This is called the Fruit Glossies in the scent Kiwi, and I've had this for as long as I can remember. It is used, but there's still just a ton of product. I'll take pictures to see where we're at. It's going to be hard to measure progress, but I don't think I could finish it this year, to be honest. I don't think I could finish it, but I do think I can use it and enjoy it and make good progress towards finishing it maybe in 2026. I'm not ready to say the year 2026 yet. Okay, for the letter H, we have another rollover product from last year. That is my Tarte eyeliner in Hunter Green. I completely fell in love with this eyeliner. I made really shockingly good progress on this for me. That's a relative statement. Other people, maybe not so much, but for me, this is a ton of usage. That's where we started, and that's where I ended up. That's really good. I mean, for me, that's really good. I really love this pencil because it pops in my waterline. A lot of eyeliners don't show up in my waterline, and I love, or I have in the past loved to put an eyeliner in my waterline. I've actually have not been doing that as much recently. I've really only been putting eye makeup on my upper lash line, and I've been kind of ignoring my lower lash line altogether. But in general, I do love eyeshadow on my lower lash line, and a good pencil in my waterline, and then mascara. But I don't know if I could finish this off, but I definitely want to keep working on it and enjoying it and using it as much as possible. Another rollover is for the letter I. I'm really hoping I could finish this off this year. This is the foundation I was working on last year from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Pro Matte in the shade Natural Buff. This is a really good shade for me when I have a little bit of a tan. It's too deep for me right now. And if I was a kind of person that stayed the same color all year long, I think I would have finished this. But I can only really wear this for, a few months out of the year, and then it's too dark again. So this does feel very light. I can't really tell where I'm at in this bottle, but I'm hoping I could finish it off this year. Oh, I guess I should swatch this, eh? I'm really sucking at the swatching game, but I'm gonna try, guys. I know you guys want to see the swatches. There's the swatch of my Tarte Hunter Green. Looks great in the waterline. Okay, for the letter J, I have another rollover product. This is my Electra eyeshadow from J-Cat Beauty. My goal was just to hit pan, and I wasn't able to do that. And although I didn't use this every day, I did use this quite a bit. Let me see how many uses I have. I marked 28 uses in 2024. I would have guessed that 28 uses would be enough to hit pan. I guess it wasn't. But this is it where I'm at now. My goal is the same. I would still like to hit pan, but this is the kind of shadow I really fell in love with, and I might want to use it more. Even after I hit pan, I might want to keep on using it. So I'm going to leave that open, but for the sake of this project, I just want to hit pan. What I like most about this shadow is layering it on top of deeper shadows. It's really a stunner. I have that dark kind of charcoaly gray green shadow in my Coastal Scents quad that I've been panning for the last 2 years, and putting that on like the outer half of my lid and then this on the inner half of my lid, I find to be quite magical, and I really like it. So hopefully I could hit pan on that this year, but I really have fallen in love with that shadow. And I did actually, just for the sake of curiosity, go on the Ulta website. They are still making this line of shadows. They're called the Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse. They're not making this shade. They have other shades, so I think they have 3 shades out right now at Ulta. And I was half tempted to buy all 3 of them because I've fallen in love with that product so much. I do have one more in a like white with a purple shift shade in my collection, but I would like to collect all of those because I really do like that formula very much, and it's held up. I've had it for several years and it's held up really well against the time. For the letter K, that's going to be my rollout. I had this eyeliner from Mary Kay in Tempting Teal, the K in Mary Kay, and unfortunately this is basically the exact same color as another blue eyeliner that I'm project panning in my Panner's Pan, and when push came to shove, I would go for the other liner over this one every single time. I do think that project will be ending soon because I'm gonna quit when Jessica meets all her goals, and I feel like that day is coming soon. But I think I only used this like twice in all of 2024, which means it doesn't need to be taking up a spot in this project. I used it 4 times in all of 2024. I hope to get back to this again soon, but for now, I want to focus in on that other tealy eyeliner for as long as it's in the project, and then I'll decide once that project is over if I want to keep going with that eyeliner or if I want to switch to this one, or maybe work on a totally different teal eyeliner altogether. What I'm putting in its place is another Mary Kay product. This is a mini lip gloss from Mary Kay. It came as a little holiday set, and this is the shade Red Passion. I have used this several times. I do feel like it should not be impossible for me to get through this. I mean, this is super tiny and I've already used it many times. So I definitely want to finish this off and get it out of my inventory. There's a swatch of it right there. For somebody who doesn't like bold lip colors, I kind of feel like I'm setting myself up for this year, but we will see. I hope I could finish that off. Last year I was panning way too many lip products. I think I'm panning way too many lip products again this year, but I don't care because it's my project and I'll do what I want. For the letter L, I have another lipstick. This is another new to this project. It's not a rollover, and it's from L'Oreal. This is the Pro Matte. This is in my liquid lipstick inventory. I've been doing really good. This is called the Pro Matte Gloss. I think it's just got a number. I can't see a shade on it. Anyways, I have been doing really good the last couple years with decreasing my liquid lipstick inventory, which brings me great pleasure. And I just want to keep working towards that. And this is a really nice formula. I like it. And it's a very neutrally kind of shade, like very wearable. It's a little bit on the brown side, which I'm not in love with brown lipsticks, but this is also kind of tiny. I'm hoping I could get through it. This is it right there. So compared to the other ones, definitely more neutral, more brown. It's not a dry down super matte lipstick. It's actually called a gloss because it's very comfortable. It is matte, but so it's not a gloss the way I think of a gloss, but it is a very comfortable lipstick and it's very easy to wear, and it wears off kind of nicely. It kind of like, I don't want to say it stains my lips, but it doesn't wear off patchy. I did try it when I decided to put it in this project, and I wore it one day and I liked it. I thought it was a really nice product. I wouldn't mind having it in other shades. Does L'Oreal still make that product? I doubt it. Things come and go so quickly, I can't keep up. For the letter M, this is a gimme product, but I'm so excited. Yee! This is the Modessa Vintage Poppy Lotion. I am currently project panning his counterpart, which is a body spray in my Acopay project pan. And so I wanted to work on this. I kind of forgot about this. And then when I was doing my inventory, I was like, oh, that's right. I have a matching body lotion. And you guys know, I love panning products together. When they're made together or when they come into my home together as a set, I like to pan them as a set. I have already used this 2 or 3 times since it's been sitting on my bathroom counter waiting for this project introduction. I cannot see where I'm at right now, but if I had to guess, I would say we're somewhere around the halfway point. And I think I could finish this off pretty quick. I definitely want to keep working on this body lotion and get it out, but this is a really close secondary priority, because the sooner I get the body spray finished, I can roll something new in its place for that project. And so I am very motivated to work on these products and get them out. So I'm very excited about this, and I'm confident I could finish it off in no time. N. For the letter N, I have my Neutrogena body oil. This is a product that has never been seen in any inventory I've ever done, other than I did a video of products that you will never see in my inventory that I own, and I talked about it there. And the reason is because the cap is broken. So I'm never gonna lay this down and take a picture of it and put it in an inventory. But this is a body oil from Neutrogena. It is gross. The outside is gross. The inside is fine. The outside is disgusting. One of the reasons I never used it and it sat around for years and years and years is because it was broken, and so it was messy. And once I decided to put it in this project last year, I decided I wanted to try and put the product in this airless pump, and it was possibly the best decision I made in all of 2024, if I do say so myself. This was great. This airless pump was originally a face care product that I was given for review. I'm trying to remember. I think it was like a serum. And I had seen videos from Jessica and other project panners where they saved their airless pumps and repurposed them. I think Jessica mostly used them to make custom-made foundations from her Bare Minerals powder foundation, and she'd mix it with like a face lotion and turn it into a foundation, which is brilliant. But that's where I got the idea, and I was like, let me see if that airless pump would work. It worked great. Now, I only filled this up once in all of 2024. So before I filled it up, it was here, and then after I filled it up was here. And it's technically still got some product. We're all the way back up at the top. It's nearly empty. It is almost time to be refilled. But I kind of thought I had a shot at finishing this whole bottle in 2024, and that did not happen. I am close to refilling it, and I'm looking forward to doing that again soon. The sooner I get this gone, the better I'll be. I'm a nervous wreck having an open bottle of oil in any room of my house. So, I cannot wait to get that used up. But that being said, it's a good product and it works well. The way I've used this the most in 2024 was as a hand moisturizer. So I just do like a pump and in my hand, and then I rub it in my hands, and then I go to bed or I go to work or whatever, and it really helps because my hands do get quite dry. So looking forward to refilling that again soon. When I do, I'll make a new mark on the original bottle and we'll kind of compare and see where I'm at. But that's a rollover product from 2024. For the letter O, it's another rollover. I did not do very well with this in 2024. This is the Oils of Life from the Body Shop, and I'm just below where I started at 2024. I really, yeah, that's the progress. Very little progress. I'll go ahead and mark it, but this was another product intended for nighttime use, and as we discussed, the nighttime use didn't happen. So I made very little progress in all of 2024. That being said, I'm an eternal optimist, and I'm hoping that I'm going to turn around these bad habits one way or another, and I'll start washing my face again, and I'll start using this more regularly, so it's going to stay in the project. For the letter P, I have an even more abysmal rollover. Still here. My face mask from Perricone MD. Great face mask. Lovely product. Highly recommend. Never use it. This has been in this project for like 3 years now. Will this be the year that I finish it? Maybe. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. All right, guys. Unfortunately, I've had to start and stop filming this little video multiple times, so there might be some things looking different because when I set my phone back up in my little ring light, everything had changed. I don't know what happened, but apologies. We are moving on to the letter Q. The product I've put in for the letter Q this year is a lip gloss by Clinique. That's where the Q comes in. This is the Glosswear for Lips. It looks, I don't see a shade name, but it looks like it's just a deluxe sample. This was either decluttered to me from Jamie or maybe a gift with purchase. I don't remember. But yeah, it just looks like it's clear with a little hint of a shimmery sheen to it. I'm hoping I can fly through this. I don't feel like I fly through any lip product ever, so that seems silly to hope to fly through it, but I don't know. It looks like the starting line is right about here. I must have used it, or maybe Jamie used it. I don't know, but it's only about half full, so I don't know. Maybe 3/4 full. Maybe I could finish that off this year. That would be great. I was really pumped because my lip gloss inventory did go down in 2025, and I'm very, very happy about that. So I did put a couple of like smaller samples that I could knock out this year and keep the momentum going. So yeah, I was feeling inspired to pan some more lip products. For the letter R, I have another rollover product from last year. That is my Solid perfume. I was so into this the first half of 2024, and then I told myself, no, Paula, you need to buckle down and use up these body sprays. And I had to put this away, not that I wanted to, but I made the choice to put it away so that I could focus on the body sprays, and I never really got back around to using this. But I love this. I love this so much, and I think that's why it was an easier choice, because the way my brain works, I like to hoard the things I love the most. So it was almost easier for me to put this away so that I could focus on the body sprays, because I was much more motivated to get those out. But I haven't used this in a few months now, and I'm very excited at the thought of getting back to it. I am still panning body sprays, but I think overall there's less product to pan than I had last year, and I think I can do it, hopefully. For the letter S, we have a rollover product that I didn't use once in 2024, and that is a lotion. This is the Mary Kay Soothing Foot Balm, and I plan to use this as a body lotion on my legs, on my arms. It's kind of a minty scented product, but I'm never gonna put it on my feet. It's just not gonna happen. So if I'm gonna pan this, it's gonna be on my legs or my arms. I thought I had planned accordingly last year that I would get around to using this, and it just never happened. I think the weather in 2024 overall was more mild than in other years, and I did not need as much lotion in 2024 as I sometimes do. And if I don't need lotion, I'm probably not going to put it on. I only put it on when I need it, but I never got around to using this at all. I'm rolling it over in the hopes that maybe I could put a dent in it this year, but with it already being April, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I don't know what's going to happen. For the letter T, I have my Becca lip gloss in Lychee Topaz. The T is for the word topaz. This is the Beach Tint Lip Shimmer Souffle. There's nothing really shimmery in this product. I started working on it last year when I rolled it into this project. It's a product that I bought on off of Holt Look and then hoarded it for years because it was too special to use. I never even tried it. I just assumed that it was too special to use. And when I finally put it in this project last year, I was kind of like, wah, wah. Like, really? This is what I was obsessing over and refusing to, like, it's all right. It's okay. I have a million other lip glosses I like over this. It's just okay. That being said, I think it's a product I could use up relatively quickly. When I put it in the project at the beginning of last year, the fill, like this little air pump, I don't think you could even see it. The entire tube was pink, and it's already up to here, and I only used it. I didn't use it a whole lot. I have my tallies. Oh my gosh. I only used it 4 times. I only used it 4 times and I made that much progress. That's crazy. So we're gonna start tracking again, and I'm hopeful that I can finish it off, but I have too many lip products that I'm working on. I can't help it. For the letter U, I have another lip product. I made some really good progress on this last year. This is the Ulta Beauty Matte Metallic Lipstick. And the fill line is down to here. It might be lower than that, to be honest. I feel like I'm just scraping the sides at this point. Yeah, it's definitely lower than that. I'm gonna keep scraping the sides for as long as I can, and when I can't scrape the sides anymore, I'll probably call it quits. I doubt I'll use a spatula to pull the remaining product out, but with me, you never know. I probably would remove the stopper though, and I haven't done that yet. So the stopper's still in, and there's still enough product coming out on the wand that I don't feel like I need to remove the stopper, but I have really been enjoying this product, and I used it so much more than I thought I would. I was really surprised by how much I reached for that lipstick in 2024. The total tally is, well, I marked down 14 uses, but I think there was a few more that I didn't mark down, but I used it a lot more than I thought I was going to in 2024, and I would love to finish this off this year. I would love to. For the letter V, I have my Victoria's Secret Riviera Sun Body Cream. I put the corresponding body spray in my Classic Project 10 pan for the second year project, and I'm working on that. And I totally forgot that I had a corresponding body lotion. In fact, I actually have 2 corresponding body lotions, one in this packaging and one in a different packaging, and I totally forgot about it until I was doing my inventory and I saw the 2 of them laying there, and I was like, why do I not have this in a project? I have been using this. I have used it a few times since doing my inventory in anticipation of this being in this project and me wanting to get it done. And I'm currently down to here. So I think there's a really good chance that I could finish this off before it gets too humid. And I have been pairing it with the body spray, and I am hopeful that I will be able to pull out the other body lotion that I have in the office and maybe put a dent in that as well. But my primary focus for this project is to use this up. And if I can get to the second one, that would be great. And if not, that's okay. But yeah, I'm really excited to be working on this. This is a scent I really enjoy. There's something about it. Let me see if they give a little description. Scented with the fresh, bright scent of Riviera Sun. I don't know what Riviera Sun is, but they didn't put any like notes or anything in it. But I really like this scent. It's an oldie. I've probably had this for 20 years, and I'm so excited to finally be working on that product. I've really been enjoying it, and I reach for it. I've been reaching for it a lot already in 2025, and I think its days are numbered. All right, the last 4 products for W, X, Y, and Z are all rollovers from last year, and they are 3 out of 4 are lip products. For W, I have my double-ended lip pencil and lip crayon from Wet n Wild. It's just a kind of like champagne nude shade. It should have been an easy finish. I'm really shocked I didn't get it done last year. That's all that's left for the crayon. And this did make it into my Project Pan Roast, so I am extra motivated to finish this off this year. Here's the liner side. There's just, oh, it's so little product. Oh, I've been dropping the ball on swatches again, you guys. Doggone it. Okay, playing catch up on swatches. Here is the swatch for the Becca. Okay, I lost it already. No, right here, yeah. For the Becca and Lychee and Topaz lip gloss is right there. The Ulta Metallic Matte Lipstick is right here. And then these 2 swatches right here are this Wet n Wild pencil that I'm currently talking about. This liner, sorry, I'm holding all these other things. This liner pencil right here, that's really too light to line anything for my skin tone. And so the liner does, I mean, it's just gonna be a lipstick, basically. I'm gonna use them both as lipsticks. But yeah, they're just kind of a champagne-y shade. Nothing really wrong with them, nothing I'm really attracted to, but I should have gotten it done and I didn't. And I shamed myself properly in the Project Pan Roast, but I am really hopeful I can knock that out in 2025 as well. But I only used it, did I count how many uses? It's not a lot. I did not use it much at all. I used the liner twice and I used the lip pencil 6 times in a year. That's it. That's it. Next is for X. I have my Bare Minerals lipstick sample in the shade Get Ready. It's the Moxie, no. Yeah, it's the Bare Minerals Moxie Get Ready. This is just a like gift with purchase sample. I did make a solid attempt at using this. It's a nice color. There's nothing wrong with the shade. That's it up there. Kind of a pinky, rosy shade. This is it rolled all the way up. It's kind of wonky in there. I did use it. I only used it 7 times. Not a lot. I felt like I used it a little bit more, but that's what the numbers say. The tallies say I used it 7 times. Okay, another product I didn't do very well on in 2024, and I'm hoping I could do a little bit better on, is my Lorac 3D Liquid Luster Drops in the shade Amethyst. That's where the Y is from the word amethyst. I only used this twice, which I can't believe. This is a swatch of it right here. It's just a super pretty, like silvery, taupey silver taupe kind of shade. I love these shades. I love them very much, but when it comes to panning eyeshadows, I tend to reach for the powder products. I'm supposed to be like Project Pan, my Pan That palette's always like the top priority, and then like Pan in Every palette is right under that, and then like palettes that I have in the Panner's Pan are right below that, and this is like underneath that. So this is just really far down on the list of priorities as far as project panning for me. But boy, would I really love to just use the heck out of it. I could see myself using a product like this every day. It's just so beautiful and neutral, and it goes with everything. But I can't believe it. I only reached for it twice in all of 2024. And I don't think I did much better with this final product. Nope. Again, lucky number 2. Lucky 2. For the letter Z, I have my Bare Minerals Gen Nude lipstick in the shade XYZ, and I only used this twice. I'm gonna roll it over. I'm gonna hope for the best. Hopefully I could use it a little bit more. Again, a nice brownie nude, not unlike the L'Oreal nude gloss that I put in here, maybe a little bit lighter. So there's the Bare Minerals brownie nude right there, and there is the L'Oreal matte gloss. So they're pretty close, but I think the matte gloss is a shade darker. That is everything. I feel like I've been talking forever, but it's because I had to keep stopping. Hopefully I can get this video down into a reasonable time frame, but that is everything for the finale for Beauty A to Z 7.0 and the introduction for Beauty A to Z 8.0. I can't believe I'm getting such a late start, but you know, I'll just do what I can with these 26 products for this year, and hopefully we will have some empties. Hopefully I'll get some more use out of all these products, and we'll see where we go from there. I'm excited, and I had to start working on a couple of these items, and a lot of them I never stopped working on from 2024. So, you know, it's not like these products were all just sitting around unused for the last 4 months. Many of them I did use, some of them were sitting around unused. I did not, as far as these tallies go, I did not stop tallying at the end of 2024. So some of these tallies are from 2025, but they were from they were before I did the finale. So today I'm starting fresh. I'm gonna stop tallying from last year. I'm gonna start a new tally page for Beauty A to Z 8.0, and we're gonna start new tallies for the new products that are in this project starting today. By the way, a couple of products I forgot to mention usage on. Where'd it go? Here it is. My It Je Ne Sais Quoi lipstick that I did finish in last year's project. I have 89 tallies on this, and I'm guessing there was a few more than 89 that I forgot to mark, because for a long time I would keep this in my purse and I'd reapply, and I don't know if I marked all the reapplications, but I used this at least 89 times in the project last year in order to finish it. And then for this Hunter Green pencil from Tarte, I kept track of my tallies for that one too. Again, I have 82 uses for this last year. I'm guessing it was a little bit more than that, but I marked 82 uses on my paper. So I did use those two products a ton. I reached for them a lot and I loved them. So I will start tracking the products again. Once I'll try to track my usage as accurately as possible for this coming year for 2025, and we'll see how much progress I can make in the remaining months that we have left in this year, because it is already more than halfway through April. I can't believe it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.